Vanguard, one of the most well-known investment companies out there, is selling a really large piece of their business off to a company called Ascensus. In today's video, I want to explain to you what's going on, why it might be happening, and how it might affect some of you. My name is Michael Carlson. I'm a certified financial planner with Carlson Wealth Advisors. If you'd like to learn more about me and our firm, you can click on the link below this video. But let's go ahead and dive into what's going on. So, Vanguard is selling off part of their business to Ascensus. More specifically, they are selling, and Ascensus is acquiring, a number of different types of retirement plans. That includes simple IRAs, multi-participant SEP IRAs, and individual 401ks. Now, Vanguard is planning to retain other types of retirement plan business, but this represents a pretty big chunk of business. Ascensus is already the largest retirement plan sponsor in the US. This will just make them bigger. Now, you might wonder, why would a company like Vanguard, a company that's been around for almost 5 decades now, they are the leader and certainly the most well-known in providing low-cost investments for people, low-cost mutual funds for people. Why would they be selling this business to this other company? Well, first of all, Ascensus is not a new player to the game either. They've been around for over 4 decades. Their expertise, their breadth of knowledge with managing retirement plans is second to none. Vanguard, as big as they are in the investment space, has tried to break out to different areas in the investment world in the past, and this is just something that they've ultimately seen is not for them. There's a lot of nuance and complexity that goes into these small business plans and running them and making them operate and making them work. And Vanguard apparently just hasn't been able to nail down those operational efficiencies in the way that Ascensus has. For Ascensus, this is their bread and butter. This is their expertise. This is where they shine. This is a transition that's expected to occur in the third quarter of this year. Exactly how the timing and everything's going to plan out is still up in the air at this point. I would imagine that the transition for anyone who has one of these plans that falls underneath this umbrella, they're going to make this as smooth and seamless as possible. Ascensus has said that with this transition, investors would continue to maintain that exposure to Vanguard investments. So Vanguard still gets to be used on these platforms, and investors will still have access to using their mutual funds. Just going to have a different name at the top of the statement, different company handling all the stuff behind the scenes. If you're somebody who's looking at this and saying, this is my plan, and maybe I don't want to go to Ascensus, there are other options out there. If you use a financial advisor, talk to your financial advisor and say, hey, what are some other options we have out there? You can always change before or after this deadline occurs. I imagine right around the time of the transition, it might be a little bit more complex switching as things are kind of in a state of limbo, but that's not for certain. Bottom line is, no action is needed by anyone whose plan might be affected by this type of thing. You will likely still have access to the same investment options. If you're not comfortable with Ascensus, you can always change someplace else. If you've got more questions about this, if you've got any concerns about it, feel free to reach out to us, your own financial advisor, whoever is running your plan currently, just to find out more details, see if there is anything that you might want to do or might need to do to make this transition a little bit better for yourself. Now, this is a little different than the videos I normally make, but hopefully this was helpful to you, as Vanguard is a very large company, and this is likely to impact a very large number of people. Again, any questions, feel free to reach out, and have a great day.